ready to take a first step to embrace the unknown and step out of your comfort zone? Welcome to Step Out, Step In, the podcast that inspires you to break free from your familiar to explore the extraordinary. Hello, this is your host, David Gill. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me as we dive headfirst into thrilling stories of personal growth, daring adventures, and transformative experiences. Get ready to be motivated, inspired, and empowered to live your life to the fullest. So mark your calendar, set your alarm, and get ready to step out, step in with me every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on the adventure of a lifetime. Subscribe now and let's step into the unknown together. This is Step Out, Step In. The journey begins here. Step Out, Step In podcast, live on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe today. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching from, or you might be watching the replay. Welcome back to episode 43 of my weekly Step Out, Step In podcast, live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Back in September, I think that was on September 4th, that was when I had the last episode 42. I said I was going to take a break, and I took a break a couple of weeks, and I am back. And I'm glad to be back. And it's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. And I really miss you all. I trust and I believe. Oh, you're also missing me. And on this note, please take a moment and share the link with a friend, a neighbor, a loved one, or even a frenemy. You never know who this is going to bless. And let's get into it. So again, I welcome you all back. And in this episode 43, I'll be talking about breaking boundaries. Breaking boundaries. So just take a moment to just share the link with someone, a frenemy. This can even change the person being a frenemy to a good friend. Again, welcome you all back. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be hosting Step Out, Step In live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please do so. Don't forget to click on the notification bell, and don't forget to share and comment. All right, so let's dive into it. And episode 43. Can you believe that? Should I say this is season 2? Right, so season 2, episode 43. And in this podcast, I want to talk about the challenges or should I say that I want to challenge you to break free from the familiar and explore the extraordinary. I'm your host, David Gill, and today, as I said, I'm diving into this exciting topic, why it is essential to step out of your comfort zone and explore the extraordinary in life. We all started in a box called a womb. We're born and placed in another box called a crib. And from the crib, we're placed in another box called the classroom. And we stayed in the classroom for quite a while. And after that, we were placed in other boxes. And throughout our lives, we've been placed in boxes. And I remember in the classroom, we were taught to write within the margins of the ruled paper or the books that we had. Good evening, Nana. It was such an exciting moment meeting you in Ghana. Even though you tried to disguise yourself, we still recognized you. We still. Oh, great to have you here tonight. Thank you. And so we were taught to write within the margins. I remember. I mean, there were times that you were whipped for writing outside the margins of the book you had, the ruled paper or the ruled notebooks. And even when you were given a plain sheet of paper, you first and foremost or first of all will have to rule your lines and you have to write within the margin. And that has been some of the practices we have experienced all throughout. And that has kept many in a box. I believe that it's about time that we break out of that comfort zone, that box called comfort zone, so that we can think outside the box and explore the unknown that is to you. You know, as a person of faith, let me just quote one scripture, Philippians 4 and verse 13, which says that Paul said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now, this was Paul telling the church of Philippi. And in this context, as long as it is not unrighteous, it is not illegal, it is not unethical, it is not immoral, he was saying that he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. That tells me that when you rely on Christ, when you depend on him, he can strengthen you and he can help you to do anything and everything you've been designed for and you've been created for and you've been born with. So let's dive into it. So the first key point I want to talk about is your personal growth. You know, it is about your personal growth. You know, it is easy to settle into a routine, ladies and gentlemen, to stick with what you know and to avoid the unknown. I read a story about this king who will bring, every now and then, will bring all the convicts that were on death row in, and he'll give them three options how they want to die. Number one is either you want to die by firing squad, you want to die by hanging, or you want to die by going through a big door, and what is behind it is unknown. And guess what? 98% of the people chose to die by firing squad because that is what they know. That is what is kind of easy to go through it and just get over with it. And he said it saddened him so much that only 2% opted to go through those double doors. And guess what? Those double doors led them to freedom. But because they didn't know what was behind the doors, what was behind the gate or the doors or whatever it is, they chose what they knew and the fastest way they could go. So it is easy to settle into a routine and stick with what you know and to avoid the unknown. I know somebody who, whenever he's on the beltway or the interstate, if his exit is on the right, you stay in the right lane till he gets. In doing so, staying in the routine and to avoid the unknown, in doing so, you miss out on the incredible opportunities for personal growth and development. You know, one of the things you can do for yourself, one of the ways that you can invest in is to invest in yourself and in the area of personal growth. And the question is, why exploring the extraordinary for personal growth? That is a question, and I'm glad you asked that question. And the best investment, as I said earlier, is to make in yourself. Now, when you venture beyond the comfort zone, you challenge yourself, you learn new skills, and you gain fresh perspective. One of the things that I've learned to do consistently on a daily basis over the years is to learn something new and journal. I do that consistently every day. Learn something new. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. I make that effort to learn something new every day. And in fact, by doing so, life doesn't never get boring. Life doesn't get boring. It doesn't fall into the routine. Routine can be very boring. You wake up in the morning, dress up, go to work, come back, eat, watch TV, watch some Nigerian movies, go to sleep. But when you make it an effort to learn something new every day, life never gets boring. In fact, I heard Dr. John Maxwell say this about 5 or 4 years ago, and ever since then, I've been practicing it. And ladies and gentlemen, it works. These experiences not only boost your confidence, but also it expands your horizon, making you more adaptable and a resilient individual. So make the conscious effort that you will invest in your personal growth every day. Be conscious about it. The second key point centers around creativity and innovation. One thing is, God is our creator. He created you and I. And He being our creator, He created us to be creative. So each and every one of us has creativity on the inside of us. You were born to be creative. You were born to be innovative. But one of the things I've realized is familiarity can lead to stagnation. Because when you're too familiar with something, it makes you a little bit stagnant. It keeps you in that place of comfort. You don't want to break away from it. And whereas exploring the extraordinary often sparks creativity and innovation. And most of the time we enjoy other people's creativity. But every one of us was born to be creative. And let me do this. I'm going to attempt to explain why embracing the extraordinary is the catalyst for creativity and innovation. I'm going to try to explain it. Now, when you venture into the unknown, I said I'm going to try to explain. When you venture into the unknown, your brain is forced to think differently. Your brain is forced to be a problem solver. And it does it in a unique way. I read an article and it said more millionaires were raised in the United States during the pandemic. When we had that lockdown, people got very creative. People found ways of inventing things. I mean, the face mask, the nose mask, and all that. In fact, I saw one which I think that person was over creative. Because every corner, he had something that went over the ears. I said, oh man, this person is over creative. But at least he attempted to do something. All right. So creativity thrives when you explore new territories. But sometimes we're scared of failing. We're scared of criticisms. Now, whether you like it or not, whatever you do, somebody will find something wrong with it. Somebody will criticize you. Look, I've seen videos on YouTube, very good videos, amazing videos with over 11K thumbs up and likes. And I still find probably about 100 or 200 people disliking it. 11K as to 200. That tells me that no matter what, somebody will find something wrong with it. But is that what is going to stop you from doing it? So let's get to the place of being creative, stepping out of that comfort zone, comfort place, and be creative and innovative. I said the other time that, what I'm doing now on camera it's not my thing. I love to be behind the scenes. I love to do things behind the scenes. This is out of my comfort zone. But then I wrote a book on Step Out, Step In, and the book was all about stepping out of your place of comfort. And for me to step out of that place of comfort, the place that I had been hiding for all these years, and I had to do something that will make me uncomfortable, but still fulfilling what I have long wanted to do. As I'm doing this, I'm not looking for perfection. Nope. I'm not looking for perfection, but at least I'm looking for something that will touch somebody, something that will attract somebody, something that will help somebody. Step out of that place of comfort. Step into your place of being creative and being innovative. The third and the final point for today is about living a more fulfilling life. It is easy to fall into a routine and go through the motions, but life becomes truly fulfilling when you seek out extraordinary experiences. Let me say that again. Life becomes truly fulfilling when you seek out extraordinary experiences. Exploring the extraordinary contributions makes you more fulfilling. Anytime and when you break from the familiar and you embrace new experiences, you often find moments of joy, excitement, and fulfillment. I don't know about you, but anytime you break out from something that you're so familiar with to embrace new experiences, you often find a moment of joy. That joy that is within you for exploring something new, the excitement of exploring something new, the fulfillment of exploring something new. And these moments enriches your life and creates lasting memories. I remember on my 50th birthday, I decided to embark on a 10-mile walk. When I woke up in the morning, everything around me was telling me that it's not worth it. You can do it. You don't have to. Why do you want to stretch yourself out of this? I said, I've never done it before. So let me try and check this off on my 50th birthday. So I set off around 7 o'clock in the morning. Took me 3 hours to complete that. And at least I have it on my app that I was able to make that 10-mile walk when I said I was going to do it. Something I had never done before. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., 3 hours. I was able to do that. I got excited, and it made me fulfill. I became fulfilled. I mean, something that I'd never done before. I mean, I had that excitement, I had that joy, I had that fulfillment. You know, ultimately, seeking the extraordinary can lead to a life filled with purpose and happiness. So, number one, the first is to invest in your personal growth. There's nothing amazing as investing in your personal growth, and that is the best investment you can have for yourself. The second was be creative and innovative by stepping out of any comfort place or any comfort zone, and that can make you creative and innovative. It is within you. You were born with it. You were created with it. You know, you're so amazing that when God decided to create you, He custom made you, and He loaded you with gifts, talents, and abilities. I was telling a friend the other time that most of the time it is very easy to shut the creativity in children when they want to express their creativity by writing on walls and all that. I would shut them up. But it is still within you. It is still within you. And the third and the final point is live a more fulfilling life. You know, anytime you step out of that comfort zone, it makes your life fulfilling. It makes you live that life of fulfillment. And again, I'm glad to be back. And these are what I have and what I want to share with you today. Now let's break boundaries. I'm talking about the good boundaries. I started off by saying that we started off in a box called a womb. Came out of the womb and we're placed in another box called the crib. And from the crib we're placed in another box called the classroom. We stayed in there longer. I mean, for many years. And after that, we're released into another box called the world. Somehow have still been being kept in that box. But it is about time that we break out from that box, break the barriers, the good ones, step out of that comfort zone to explore the ultimate and the extraordinary. So that's all I have for you in this episode, Breaking Boundaries. This is just episode 43, and God willing, next Monday I'll be coming your way. I'll be talking along this topic for a while. But then if you have any suggestions, you can send it out. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please do so. And don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. And just before I sign off, I want to introduce my of hope, Dr. Frank Ofosu-Appiah. On Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Facebook and YouTube, he hosts the Ambassador of Hope. And I want you to tune into it. He's live on Tuesdays on YouTube. The page is Frank Ofosu-Appiah the official, and Facebook is Ambassador of Hope. And these are teachings, I always tell people, these are teachings that are life-changing and destiny-shaping. I know people pay thousands of dollars to go listen to other people teach the same thing. Not even, I wouldn't say the same thing, but it's not even close to what he teaches, what he gives to us for free. And I believe that this will help you in your spiritual life, your personal life, your career life, your business life, your education, and many more. And I also want to entreat you, if you haven't subscribed to his YouTube page, please do so. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. And anytime he posts something, you'll be notified. It's so amazing when you're notified first, when you're part of the core tier. So, again, thank you for tuning in to episode 43 after the break. Thank you for tuning in. And live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. And I hope you're feeling inspired to step out of your comfort zone and explore the extraordinary in your life. Join me same time next week as we continue our journey of breaking boundaries. And I want to say, until then, keep breaking free from the familiar. And remember, the extraordinary awaits you. This is your host, David Joe. And again, I say I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for tuning in. Amen and amen, says Nana. Shalom. Okay. And thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. And let's meet same time next week. And until then, have a fruitful, amazing, productive week. Goodbye.